York Mayor Rudy Giuliani is the only leading White House hopeful not in Iowa today as voters kick off the process of choosing the next president. Instead, he's focusing on New Hampshire and even Florida as those primaries draw closer. Paul Cellucci is a Giuliani senior advisor and former Massachusetts governor. Good to see you, Governor. Thanks for joining us.
Good to be back, Chris.
Even with the campaign's late state strategy, which of course is designed to capture the nomination without wins in early places like Iowa and New Hampshire, where does Rudy Giuliani, do you think, have to finish in tonight's caucuses?
Well, I don't think much is at stake for Mayor Giuliani tonight in Iowa. I think there's a couple of candidates who, if they don't win tonight, are going to have some serious problems going forward. Mitt Romney spent millions of dollars. If he doesn't win, it's going to raise some questions. Mike Huckabee, who's been on a surge, if he doesn't win, it's going to raise some questions for his ability to go forward. Mayor Giuliani has run a national campaign. He'll be back in New Hampshire tomorrow right through Election Day. He's got a new ad up there called Ready. Points out that we live in a dangerous world and a crisis.
Let me stop you there if I can, because that was this ad is released a day after John McCain released an ad on the war on terror, and I want to play a little bit of that ad from Rudy Giuliani if I can, since you mentioned it.
An enemy without borders, hate without boundaries, a people perverted, a religion betrayed, a nuclear power in chaos, madmen bent on creating it. Leaders assassinated, democracy attacked, and Osama bin Laden still making threats.
This is a tough ad, Governor, and are you concerned at all about critics who may say it can look a little exploitive of 9/11?
Well, 9/11 is part of Rudy Giuliani's life, and I think voters, when they're making judgments about who they're going to vote for, want to know how will this person respond in a crisis. We saw how Rudy Giuliani responded on 9/11, leading his city and helping to lead our country through some very difficult days. I think it's legitimate that he talks about his leadership, and I think what he points out in this TV commercial, we do live in a dangerous world. We saw it last week, and Rudy Giuliani is tested. He's ready to lead. We've seen him tested under fire.